for joining me again today for another Project Live Catch Up Friday video. So for today I've got week 33 for you, and I am mainly going to be using Calico Documenter / Project Live kit from March 2016, and this one is called Homespun, and also a bunch of Ali Edwards story kits as well. So the main ones are Believe, Magic, and Click. Okay, so let's get started. Now, the first thing I'm doing here is working on my title page, my title card, and I decided to use a photo of a wing, like a aeroplane wing, sorry, and mainly because we flew up to another city. So we live in Melbourne, so we flew up to Canberra for a weekend. I went up there for work, but I decided to, go up there and stay for the weekend as well. So I took a photo of the plane, the back of the plane, and from the back of the plane through the window. And so now I'm just adding the number. So I decided to I spell out the word 33 using these letter stickers from Ali Edwards, and this one is from the Believe story kit. So I'm going a bit slowly, I have to admit, mainly because these stickers actually don't really pop out as easily as they normally do. And so I'm just kind of going relatively slowly here. And the next thing I'm doing here is using my roller date stamp to stamp the two dates. And so this roller date stamp is actually from Project Live, so Becky Higgins' Project Live line. And I decided to use the StaysOn ink, and the ink itself is actually called Blazing Red, so the colour. And so I'm just stamping the two dates there. And I have to apologise for my voice a little bit. I've still got a bit of a cold just from the holiday, and so my voice sounds probably sounds a little bit stuffy. So apologies for that. And now the next thing, I'm just cleaning up the stamp. And for some of you who asked me before, the way I clean my stamps is using baby wipes, and the one I've used mainly is the Kirkland one, so the Costco's Kirkland branded one. And I used to use the Huggies one, that's fine too, it's just the Costco one is just a bit cheaper. And for StaysOn ink, I do have one of those StaysOn spray cleaner thing, which works quite well, and it actually works quite well for normal VersaFine ink as well. Now, the next thing I'm doing here is I'm just kind of thinking about what I want to do I want to add some journaling. So I found this kind of journaling spot here, which is from Heidi Swap. It's really, really old. It's essentially a post-it kind of type. So it has a bit of glue on the top, but not the whole way through. And I purchased this one from my local scrapbooking store when they were going out of business. So it's really, really old, but any kind of journaling spot would be fine there as well. And I also added this puffy kind of star sticker here, which is from the Calico kit. I went with the black one initially, but I decided to go with the green one just mainly because the photo itself is kind of dark there, so I just want to add a pop of green onto the page there. And the next thing I'm doing here is I am choosing the 3x4 journaling cards that I want to use, and I'm just going through the kit itself, and I want to kind of stick with kind of yellow, green, red, and probably a bit of black / navy. I know that I'm kind of not going for a small set of colours here, but I'm okay with it being kind of had a few colours, but as long as it's not both red and pink or purple and pink at the same time, and I'm okay with it. And now I'm just doing some journaling there, and what I was talking about is essentially the photo just underneath where the card's going to go. So I was talking about the breakfast that we went to in Canberra, and this is a new place, and it was really great. And it's I think it's a vegan place, and so we obviously didn't have any meat, but it was really, really nice. It was one of those kind of the food that made you full for the whole day. So it's, has high in fiber and all these things, which is great. So, and now I'm just adding this chipboard sticker here, which is from a Calico kit, a documentary kit, and this one is actually from the December 2015. And now I'm just thinking about how I want to add some journaling on here. I don't have much to say, but just a little bit. So I decided to use this kind of label sticker, which is from a Calico kit. And when I added journaling, as you can see there, I'm just using the Sharpie black pen. And the reason I was doing that is because the label itself is relatively glossy. So if you just use normal black pen, sometimes it smudges easily, I guess. So, and I want to kind of just be able to put the photo into the pocket straight away. So, and the Sharpie black pen is really, really good at drying quickly. So, and I'm just using the Ali Edwards Stuff Story Kit. And this word phrase sticker, I think at the time you had a choice between two colors. I went with the red one, and the other option was the grey one. So, and that's what I am doing there. And the next thing I'm doing here is just adding some journaling. I decided to kind of align all the journaling just into one on the right, one kind of column, on the right hand side there. And yeah, that's essentially what I did, just mainly because I feel like there's many photos on this page, and I kind of just want to give a bit more room for your eyes to breathe a little bit. And now I am going to add some journaling onto this photo here of my dinner. And so I'm just going through a bunch of stickers, label stickers I've got in my stash. And I saw all my kind of, the main ones anyway, in this kind of plastic box which I got from IKEA. And this sticker, I believe, is actually, it's really old. I think I got it from, not 2Ps, I got it from, Simon Says, actually. Yeah. And so I'm just adding some journaling there now. I essentially talked about, what did I say? Enjoying dinner on Friday night with Andrew at Jamie's. We ordered a bunch of our favourites, so that was great. And that is it for the left side of the spread. Now I'm moving on to the right side of the spread here. And now I'm just kind of going through a bunch of cards in the kit. As before, I'm okay with the spread having kind of a little bit more, a few more colors than 3, which is I think the usual color scheme. Mainly because I like colors. I don't really have the rules, so I think it's just mainly because I like colours. So. But I am carrying through the red from the left hand side to this side of the spread, and what I'm doing here is I'm going to stamp this stamp which says "Celebrate the Good Stuff," and this one is actually called from the Ali Edwards Stuff Story stamp. So I subscribe to both her story stamp and also story kit. And I think I know some people would think that the stamp is a little bit can be repetitive, but I actually quite like it. I think it's I get great use out of her stamp set and as well as her story kit. And so yeah. And so I stamped that using my Memento Luxe ink, and I believe the colour itself is called Love Letter. And now I'm just doing some journaling directly onto that card, and I got this particular 3x4 card from Project Live, and it's essentially a grid line kind of 3x4 journaling card, but for some reason the card itself was actually not full size 3x4, which you'll see me at the end just matching that with another 3x4 journaling card from the Calico kit. And now I was just thinking how I'm going to add some journaling on here. I'm thinking I'm going to add some journaling directly onto the photo itself. But I want to add a little bit of something and a piece of embellishment or something directly onto the photo. So I'm just going through the chipboard here that I've got. And this one is actually from the Stuff Story kit as well. And so I added that and then just simply adding my journaling using my Sharpie black pen there. And I essentially talked about, so that's a photo which is in an old Parliament House in Canberra. So we went up there and yeah, took a photo, and I essentially talked about how interesting it was to see, you know, the old office of Prime Minister and all these things. It's pretty cool. And now I am moving on to adding some journaling onto this card here. I am looking for something to add onto the card, just kind of a little bit of a prompt or something that, you know, to add some interest, I guess. And so I'm just going through a bunch of stuff I've got in my stash. Mainly I'm just looking for chipboard or, you know, a couple of pieces of chipboards or something. And so I decided to go with this piece of kind of a circle here, which is from the Magic Story Kit. And it says Magic Exists, which I think is pretty cool. I decided to have the chipboard at the bottom and also the pattern at the bottom as well, just mainly because, you know, I often have it at the top and, you know, just try something slightly different, I guess. And now I'm just doing some journaling there. And what did I talk about? Okay, I talked about a photo just directly underneath the photo there. I essentially talked about our last meal in Canberra on Sunday, and yeah, just, you know, describing the food and how delicious the food was. So, and I was just popping all the photos back in there, and it's actually, what was the last thing? The next thing I'm doing here is I am going to add some embellishments, something onto this photo. I decided to go with this piece of chipboard, which is from the Click Story Kit. I think I've used a few chipboards on this spread actually, and all of which are from the Ali Edwards Story Kit. So I really like her chipboards. I think they're very versatile, and if you just want kind of something simple directly onto your photo, it's a good way to use your chipboard. So, and that is it. Here's some close up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up so I know that you enjoyed it. And if you're on YouTube, to let you know when my next video comes out, please subscribe, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.